He's muted now. Awesome. Okay, today is going to be a fun one. A little soft, okay? Might want to pump that up then. Let's try this. I'll put it closer to my mouth as well to get that deep voice. Okay, so today is going to be a super fun one. We're going to do some scenarios for extracting or hijacking sessions, essentially getting specific cookie data out from my compromised computer in 2 different scenarios. We're going to cover we're going to be targeting Microsoft cookies. I'm going to cover at least getting a proper communication with the stored PRT, or like the service that handles authentication on the Windows machine that is joined with the Enter ID. There's some cool stuff there. Specifically, I think at least 2 BOFs we can use. The one of them I know for a fact still works, which is great. And then there's the other one where we want to boot up Chrome or some other browser, Chromium-based browser, with the debug port, connect to that debug port over socks, and try to extract the cookies that way. I think that one of the guys who are at Spectrops actually made a tool with a really long, funny name. Something, I actually can't remember it. It's a Go tool that does that for you. So I'm going to try to use that. And we'll see how far we get. I mean, as always, I haven't prepared anything other than spinning up the VMs and setting up Mythic. But we should be good. Any questions, just drop them in chat. I'd love to have a conversation as we go. And yeah, I got to give quick shout out to my sponsors. Specifically Ballistkit, who is a software company that specifically sells and designs pen testing tools. So they have 2 payload wrappers called Shellcode Pack and Macro Pack that I've been using on engagements for the last 3 years or so. They're great for both pen testing and red teaming, and essentially it allows you to save money and research time on trying to evade EDR solutions yourself, and you just outsource that. And if you're a small pen test house, this is definitely something you need. If you're a bigger house and you have money for research, obviously go do that. Doing your own research and making your own TTP is obviously the best way to go, but a lot of companies just can't do that. Not how it works. So check that out. You can get 5% off their products using the code FLANG24. Just check out their, I think I have my bot on, right? So you should be able to type, oh no, I have to enable the bot. RIP, okay, reminder to do that. Check out the website, just reach out and use that code and you'll get 5% off. And also, Asari VPN, if you want 50% off your first month, use the code FLANG50 off. Asari VPN is a no bullshit privacy first VPN provider that actually isn't trash. And I like to say that if the VPN provider has more than 100 locations, if it has like 2,000 locations, it's absolute crap. They just rent VPS servers all over the place, and they don't give a shit about privacy. They just want to make money with having thousands of locations. And the Asari VPN doesn't have that, so go check that out. So that's the sponsor segment out of the way. And even though you guys hate getting blasted with that information, they definitely help me keep the stream going. So I gotta show them some love, show some appreciation on that. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. Let's move over to the live scene. Let's see if that live scene still works. Oh, almost. Let's try again. There we go. So we got our Windows 11 host here, and we got our Kali host running a Mythic. So I just got a basic Mythic instance set up. I'm going to be using the Apollo C# agent and the HTTP profile. It's just out of the box, simple stuff. It's just demonstration purposes. You could be using any other C2 framework of your choice, as long as in this case it supports cough execution or BOFs. Famously, definitely a thing before Cobalt Strike, but I think the Cobalt Strike is definitely the product that made that sort of made the commercial approach to that. And then I'm going to show you guys a really nifty command. If you open up CND on the machine you want to compromise, and you run the dnreg, oh wait, what's this? I thought I had history here. Give me a second. dsreg something. Yeah, there we go. It's dsreg cmd/status. It will tell you a bunch of information about the enter ID or I guess its relationship with the Enter ID, I guess, is the best way to put it. So the thing we're looking for here, we're looking to see if the device is joined and if it's using an Azure AD PRT, a primary refresh token. And if you did watch Dirkjan's talk during DEF CON this year, which you should totally check out, both Ethical Chaos and Dirkjan did a talk together about evading or looking at passkeys and how Windows Hello and Windows Hello for Business does authentication within the Windows Microsoft ecosystem. And he talks a bit about PRTs, but PRTs are essentially primary refresh tokens. It's a certificate-based authentication that gets assigned to the device once the device is joined within Enter ID. So the device will do the actual authentication through Microsoft endpoints instead of your user. So instead of having to log in manually every time, you just open it up. The background service on Windows will extract the PRT and negotiate a cookie with it, and then you'll log in. You don't have to worry about that. And this is something we can abuse as attacker. It's really important to know if the device is enrolled or not, because that's going to determine which of these two techniques, which I hopefully get to cover, you want to use. If the device is Enter ID joined, if you have the option to run this command, or maybe you have an internal BOF or something that gets the same data. I'm assuming most of this is just from reg keys, so somebody could probably easily make like a script or a BOF to replicate this information. If it's AD joined, Enter ID joined, then you can use this technique, which I'll show first, just essentially negotiating with the machine instead of having to try to dump the cookies on the browser. Hey, Skelsek in chat. Also, huge shout out to Skelsek's company, who he just started. He's trying to, I think I demoed his tool. So Octopon is a tool that essentially, I'm not going to do like a sales pitch here, Skelsek, but it's a great tool. We demoed it, I think, twice on the channel, and it's now gone from the open source stage to actually being like a commercial product that he's selling. And he had the booth at DEF CON this year, which was sick. I got some swag from that. So go check out Octopon if you're looking to have like an all-in-one pen testing framework. Sales pitch. LV, yeah, you enjoyed the Las Vegas Convention Center as well? Yeah, I mean, the worst thing about DEF CON and on these big conferences having been spread out across hotels is that you actually have to go through the physical locations at the hotel, and thus also have to go through a bunch of fucking casinos. Even though the concrete floor is pretty rough on your knees this year at the Las Vegas Convention Center, it just no smell. I loved it. No carpet, no smoke smell. Freaking loved it. So actually, I enjoyed that. I thought the food situation was a bit ridiculous at times with the lines, but it was good. I agree. So, and I don't mind that it's a bit from the strip at all. I mean, if you're in Vegas, if you want to go places, you're going to have to Uber anyway because of the fucking heat. Don't try to get a bagel, that was a rip. Skelsek misses the casino smell. I think you're the only guy who does that. Okay, we sidetracked a bit there. So let's go back to the actual thing here. So again, this device, which we're compromising, already is enrolled with Enter ID, meaning the device does the authentication. So we can actually use a specific BOF to get that. So the tools we're going to be running are Mythic for our C2, and then there's this PRT AAD BOF. I think, again, one of the Spectrops guys did. At least he is... No? Okay, I'm lying then. It's based on Lee Christensen's... C++ and C# version of it. So essentially we're doing communication with some Microsoft service on the machine in order to get a PRT cookie, which we can just inject into any browser, and we are now authenticated as that user against Enter ID. Thanks so much for the follow. Oh wow, I'm gonna try to pronounce that name. XJ3. I'm gonna go with that. We're going to have to use this to try to communicate with that service and get the cookie that we want to use with RoadTools. So we're using Mythic, we're using RoadTools, and then this BOF. And the reason we're using RoadTools is that we can actually create the needed nonce, which is like a time-stamped little hash value that we use. I think technically it's not the JWT, right? It's not a token, it's just like a hash value that we use. That we have to send together to that service in order to make the PRT cookie that we get back valid. So we have to use the command road recon --PRT init, I think is the command. Road, we got to do the auth submodule. There we go. And if we generate the nonce value, and then we'll submit that to the BOF, and we'll get a PRT cookie back, and then we can use the -PRT-cookie command to authenticate ourselves within RoadTools. That will generate a file called .roadtools_off that we can then use with the other modules within RoadRecon. And there's one specific module within RoadTX that actually starts an interactive browsing session for us, patching out the needed headers in order for us to just be authenticated instead of having to fuck around with getting a specific cookie value into the browser itself. So we're going to try to use that. I think we're going to run into some Selenium stuff when we try to do that. So hopefully I'll be able to debug and show you that. It is something I run into quite often, so I wanted to try to catch that debugging fail and or debugging session live as well. Okay, so I've already generated a Mythic payload, so I got to get that on the machine. So I'm going to go to the payload tab. I'm going to go and download that. Actually, I think I've already done it. Great. It's just a plain old default Apollo agent. There's nothing special about it. I've disabled Defender for this session as well, because this isn't going to be focused on evading some basic antivirus solution. So hopefully I've successfully disabled Defender. It looks like that. Let's just run the Apollo agent. And then back over here, we should now get a callback. There we go. Oddvar Mo, shout out to my former colleague there. I actually have an entire lab environment with his name all over the place, so I apologize for that. We're actually running Mythic 3.3 as well as the Apollo 3.3 and HTTP profile. So this is like a dedicated branch currently in Mythic. So if you want this specific look, they're made on, I think, rather big graphical like UI changes as well as operator improvement changes. So if you want the latest version 3.3, make sure to use those branches when you install Mythic and install the HTTP profile and agent. With that out of the way, we're going to put the sleep down to 0, and then we're going to do, actually, let me just show you what that looks like. So there's a command called ifconfig that they have built into this agent. And it will obviously just show you all the IP addresses and stuff. But look at this formatting, guys. Look at this formatting. Yes, it's a table. I love tables. If you watch my QR talk, you know I love tables. But still, it's formatted. It's nice. I don't have to worry about doing fucking grepping and cutting and tar and all that shit. It's just table formatted nice. One of the great things with the Mythic web user interface. Okay, so we want to load up this BOF and try to do the initial communication. So in order to do that, we first need to git clone this repository. Let's do that over here. Let's zoom in a bit here, documents, and then we'll git clone that. And I think I have everything set up just to make this. Hopefully Kali has all the tools I need. Yep, so I could just make that. And now we have the CNA, which we don't need, and then the 64-bit PRT, the actually compiled object file. And within Mythic, I believe there's a command called conf, wait, what is it called? Register conf that we have to run first. And then we'll select that file, and I think we're running at 64-bit, right? Right? I think so. We'll see. We'll register that BOF 64-bit and we'll task it to be registered, which I think, I'm not actually sure if it pushes it down to the agent or not. Maybe code in chat can answer that, if it pushes it down or if it's just like a server-side thing. My guess would be, okay, so it actually pushes it down to the agent. Interesting. So now we should be able to use the command ARDPRT, conf execute, or is it execute conf? Again, I'm a Mythic, there it is. And we use this great graphical user interface. We'll use the go function, and then we'll add a string argument, which I think is just string. Actually, let's check the PRT here. So this is one of the things when you use a BOF file outside of CobbleStrike, you can't just use the CNA file, but you have to use the CNA file in order to get the correct input argument types, right? So this is going to be, I think, we're going to use good old Nanoland since I don't have code installed. Oh fuck. I think this is just a good old string type, which is, I think, is set, lowercase set. Let's see if my memory betrays me. Oh, it's an uppercase set, which I think is a string, or is that a vchar? I think that's a string. Hey, Durkan in chat. I really hope RoadTools breaks now later on. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably a string. So I'm going to conf execute that with the string argument of the nonce we're about to create. And okay, so this is a big pro tip here. When you're generating this nonce, you are actually asking the Microsoft server for something. So the client ID and resource you're requesting access to will be logged, and it will be this system actually attempting the login attempt, unless I'm wrong. Durkan, feel free to correct me. I think it's Important to know that the default resource and client ID in RoadTools is probably something you want to change. Could be an indicator of compromise. And also, I don't know how many users actually log in with the -AD PowerShell module. So you could change this to something like Teams, pull the client ID for Teams, and then the resource would be the Skype URL endpoint, whatever. Okay, the things after that be. Okay, so if you want to, the next step, be sure to change the client and the resource. I think I'm confusing this with the device code thing, because then when you generate that device code for authentication, then that first attempt is logged, and that's also where you want to change the client ID and resource. Actually, device code authentication is great for like assume breaches where you have access to the machine and you don't want to deploy something on it. You could just generate the device code on your attacker machine and authenticate manually using the machine, which is also nice, unless they have some sort of requirement or what's it called? Compliance policy or whatever for the machine, right? Okay, cool. So we're going to generate that initial nonce. And then we're going to copy this. Oh, no, we're going to copy it, not paste, over to this. And we're going to input it. And we're going to see if it will return a cookie value for us. And it already did. So there's two things we can do now. We can insert both of these cookie values directly into our browser, or we can give them to RoadTools and then it will authenticate and generate a file for us, which we can use to refresh into other resources, using token refresh, or if we want to just use the dump information from RoadTools, the dump. I'll show you the dump command as well. So now we'll do the PRT cookie, and we'll just paste this in right here, and hopefully, let's do single quotes here because I have a feeling this might break, and hopefully. No, it is blocked by some reason. No authentication was returned. Make sure the PRT cookie is valid. It also that the sign-in was blocked by conditional access. So this is a bit weird. Did I fail to copy something here? I guess we could try to use the device credential as well. I am really confident that conditional access is turned off for this, so this should be fine. Might just be my copy pasting skills. And I'm also quite confident it's that first cookie. This won't work. Yeah, I know it's the first one. So this is interesting. So it might also be that the... Oh, wait. Did it parse that string wrong? I swear that string, that nonce looked different. No, that's right. Okay, so maybe uppercase char. Actually, let's check the Cobalt Strike CNA documentation. CNA arguments. Maybe the uppercase C is a vchar in this case. I guess that's technically the buff documentation. Cobalt Strike buff documentation. Beacon object files. So how do I develop a buff? That's great. That's great. That's the output, but what about the input, my guy? The input. Cool. But what about the inputs? Ah, here we go. So here he's using a lowercase c, which I guess is string. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess that maybe that's a vchar we're actually trying to do, which would explain the buff execution failing because the nonce we provided would be invalid. So let's try this again. Let's do let's just write execute. Oh, we don't want to this the entire thing. Let's just write execute cough again, and then we'll do vchar this time instead of string. I know there's a difference between uppercase and lowercase c in these arguments. I'm too bad to find the documentation apparently. And let's use another PRT, or let's use another nonce. Let's see if we can get this communication again. There we go. Okay, so maybe this is valid now. If this ain't valid, I'm fucked. Just gonna be straight answer here. If this is not valid, then we're gonna have to move over to the other demo. I know there's no conditional access here, so this should be fine. And also, if somebody's trying to snatch these cookies off stream, I did enable a conditional access policy for my home IP. So even though you steal this, you won't be able to authenticate to the user. So don't try to be sneaky with me. Yay, okay, it worked. Whew. Okay, so that's apparently a good demonstration of making sure that your arguments are correct, because if this buff doesn't get its correct argument, it will just, I guess, not use announce, and this cookie won't be valid. So be sure to use the uppercase C, the vchar, when you use the input argument for this buff, okay? Heads up there, saved you some trouble, hopefully. Now we got this beautiful RoadTools auth file, which you can actually also give to Team Filtration if you want. So Team Filtration have a direct input argument for this. And that you can just give it if you want to perform data exfiltration from a bunch of other. I'm using Apollo for this, yeah. So let's just take a look at this RoadTools auth file. That's just going to be base64. No, actually it's going to be the decode, the JWT. So I guess we can cat that and then see if jQuery wants to format that. And we obviously don't have J. And we're an idiot. Oh my god, guys, it's been a hot second. How many brain cells did I lose in freaking Vegas, guys? Too many is the answer. I'm just trying to, there we go, just trying to make this look pretty for you guys. So now we got an access token and a refresh token. Believe the expiration time here is 30 minutes or so, so we got to keep this refreshed. If you want, we can now, for example, use road recon's GUI or dump command, and that will actually dump information from the tenant. Be aware that if this is a large tenant, you will get rate limited by the Graph API. That's just how it is. Now we could also use the road recon GUI to get that amazing little browser view if you want to look at this data. So let's copy and this. So we have now authenticated from this machine using this trick, and we have all the users and groups and whatnot. Sick. Okay. So now I want to show you the interactive auth. So even though, you know, you could dump a lot of data with this and also use Team Filtration or Graph Runner or any of the various Enter ID attack tools out there these days to exfiltrate information and look for information, I think personally Team Filtration is easy for exfiltrating information, and Graph Runner is good for searching and finding interesting information in files, because they have that whole search command where they have JSON queries that you can input straight into SharePoint, and you can look for interesting information in the tenant. However, if sometimes I just want to browse myself, I want to look through the emails, through the actual web user interface, or whatever reason, right? Maybe there's some third-party application that uses Microsoft SSO and I want to use the browser, and for that you can actually use the latest addition to RoadTools, which is RoadTX, which I've hopefully installed correctly. There's a subcommand here called interactive auth, which I think we can use straight out the gate since we have that RoadTools auth thing, and it works great. And that's hopefully just going to log us in. We just got to type in the username, and hopefully this should just patch out. No, it will not. Okay, do I need to be specific then? Do I need to provide it that cookie? I thought, no, you can't turn a refresh into a cookie. Okay, so I guess I would have to specify it. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. So I guess we would have to do this process again. I thought for sure that once you had the RoadTools files. I swear I've done this before, but might be because the client ID we're authenticating to is. Okay, we'll just use this then. It might have to. Okay, we'll just use this, and we'll rerun this command with the new nonce. So is it that you can't turn it back into a cookie, right? It is, the first one has to be a cookie. Browser off. Okay, gotcha. So you have to use the PRT cookie. Okay, nice. So we got some help in chat here, which is also great. So we'll use the PRT. I guess we can, yeah, PRT cookie here. I guess, I don't think we can reuse it now, right? Is the cookie, we'll try. I think the cookie is no, it should be valid for a bit more, right? Even though we already used it to get access set of access token and bearer token, access token, refresh token. We'll see, I guess. Oh. Beep, boop, beep, 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 beep. beep, boop, boop. Oh, running. Okay, I want to use the Office one, or else it's just gonna request a cookie. Now, I guess if we try to log in, it doesn't like that. Did we use it one too many? Yeah, we'll re-request this. So we'll do a new PRT in it. Lazy, there we go. There we go. There we go. And we'll rerun the cough exec command. Execute cough. Wow, I don't know why that's just the other way around in my head. Oh, oh wow, what happened? Did my Windows machine decide to update midstream? Wow, wow. Amazing, guys. Fucking amazing. Yeah, I think they might have expired. We'll reuse that. Just gotta power up this machine again. What is up? Come on. That's Windows 11 for you guys. Oh, I want to update now. Yeah, I do that. Oh, now I have to type in the whole freaking password as well. Ugh. Ugh. Fucking Windows, man. Boopity boopity ba. Here comes the So you guys excited for Monday? Excited for another work week? He says. No, I don't want to use Windows Hello. Skip. There we go. We're back. And now I guess I have to register that cough again. On that new agent. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to turn down the sleep again. And we're going to, wow, again, cough execute instead of execute cough. And then again, the vchar. And again, let's just get a new nonce to be sure, even though we never used that first one. We'll task it, we'll send it, we get an instant reply, and let's see if we can do this again here. And please work. Maybe the first URL, oh, there we go, now it patched. Great, so this worked now, the nonce expired. So now we're now authenticated as the user. Again, we did this by interrogating the PRT, or not the I don't want to say PRT service, but whatever service is running on a Microsoft machine, keeping the device enjoined. And yeah, and this will of course bypass any MFA because we're already doing this after initial authentication of the machine. However, you probably won't get this far if they have enabled. Actually, you will get this far. It doesn't really matter, right? Even if they have trusted devices, all that, you're performing the authentication on the machine, then you're stealing it and bringing it on another machine, which is still fine. If you were initiating the authentication flow from another device and they were using some sort of compliancy thing, then you might get an issue, but not with this method. So now you can browse to Outlook, and what's actually happening in the background here is that Debugging is proxying the network traffic and patching in this cookie where it needs to be patched in, so we can do whatever we want inside a bunch of services. Even Teams, which does some weird stuff when you access it, because it actually accesses like a different domain, which breaks the MFA, whatever, or breaks the auth specification, but still works fine. We're in. And we can use this as much as we want. So that's one method when the device, actually it's kind of weird, when you're already compromised the machine and the device has inbuilt authentication towards Enter ID. It's way easier to get access to Office 365 through this than when you were to do it through the cookie dumping method, which we'll talk a bit about now. So for cookie extraction, there's this great blog post that I need to find now. Again, I don't prepare these streams. It's chocolate. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. I promise I'm going chocolate man something cookie debug port. Don't do me bad here, Google. Hands on the cookie jar. I fucking found it. The tool is called. It has like an insanely ridiculous name. White chocolate macadamia nut. That's the tool name. Guy was smoking when he came up with this. I'm kidding, of course. Don't get mad. Okay, so what he's essentially saying here is that Chrome, along with a bunch of other applications that are like Chromium based, or Electron based, they have debug ports we can access, and within that we can simply ask Google Chrome very nicely to give us all the cookies. And this is way easier than just dumping shit. So yeah. So we'll give white chocolate macadamia nut a try here. Well, let's just find the GitHub first. Dude, Google Chrome saved my bot. I think it did like an image match or something. I literally gave it chocolate, misspelling of chocolate man cookie debug port. And Google was like, yeah, you're looking for this. It probably matched debug port. Ah, it's sick. It's sick. Google doing magical things here. So this is it. I think he fixed the thing is this that had like an issue for many years. Okay, somebody. Oh, this is probably. Yeah, you need to add some cookies. So one of the things that you need to be aware as an operator is that this, my understanding of this, I would probably have to reread the article to be 100% sure, but my understanding of this is that this only works within the context of the instance that you started the debug port on. So the way you want to do this is that when your target is AFK from the machine or whatever, you will quickly close all the browsers, and then you will restart the browser with the debug port enabled, and also use -- restore last session or whatever. And the only thing the target will know once they get back is that they have to click the do you want to restore from last session or whatever, and then we click OK, and they will just think Chrome crashed because of an update or whatever. Most of the time, they don't really care about it. Okay, so let's, do we have to compile this ourselves? And it's fucking Go, shut up. Ugh. Oh. But it's good OPSEC, yeah, I know, it's good OPSEC to compile stuff and read the code and all that stuff. I'm guessing we could easily replicate this in Python. I think I did at some point, I just might not be probably equal. Okay. Why Go? Yes, I know Go is great, but I still don't like Go. I absolutely don't like Go. It's fast. It's great for data processing, data science, whatever, but I hate it. I think the worst part of it is the way it includes libraries and stuff. Compile that shit. Do the code review. I'm gonna have to Google how to compile fucking Go now. Literally, how to compile Go code. I'm a noob. It is how it is. Don't be like this. Yes, DigitalOcean, take all my data, please. Stop bothering me about it. Yes, 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 yes. Go run, go. Go, I guess go build. Go make. Go build. Main. Oh yeah, we have to do the thing where we have to initiate it, right? Can I just do go run? Go get. This is the thing. I always run into this. Go mood init. This is why I hate Go. Suck my. This is why I hate Go. Go mode init. This is why I hate Go. Okay. So I have to initiate it first because it doesn't have that initiation thing. This is me every time I come across the same. Thank you. Thank you. It makes me feel so much better that this isn't like a me thing. But this is like, this is what I just want to compile this one thing, and then I do the thing that used to work, and then it tells me that's deprecated, and now it has to have some sort of online reference? Why? And I know this is probably dumb to any, like... Great. This is the new version of the exciting. Huh. Okay, so now it says no required module provides package to add it. Okay, KKK. We're cooking. We're cooking. We're following the thing. I'm still trying to exit V. What would I do without chat, guys? Okay, so I think the thing was that we only got the main Go file and it had to be initiated. Well, okay, so I don't know what we did. I don't know what we did, but I think I just gave it a random name in order for it to initiate locally, and that created the Go mod file, and then we had to get the libraries, and then we could go build. Why this just wouldn't be a thing when you... I don't know. Apparently we have Greeter now, not white chocolate macadamia nut. It's called Greeter. And it is already executable. Great. But this is why I hate Go, because I don't touch it at all. And then when I do touch it, it's a compile shit. And it's just... Thanks for the Go version. Yes, if the repo had the missing things, it probably wouldn't have this issue. So actually, it's not my fault. I'm going to make an issue now. It's totally... Slydog's fault. Issue. Let's go. New issue. Okay, obviously I have to be account. I can't troll. Why not include? I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding. If I was a good Samaritan, I would just do a fucking pull request, but whatever. It works now. You could easily recreate this in Python. It's just connecting to a WebSocket port and running like a few paths or whatever. It's fine, but... So the cool thing about this is in order for us to do this onto our machine or onto the compromised machine, we would have to use the SOX capable machine to connect to a locally binded port. So within Mythic, we would have to click the hilariously SOX icon, by the way, literally best design decision ever, to have the literal picture of SOX as SOX. It's great, 10 out of 10. We gotta go back in and we gotta go, I think it's just SOX. Wait, help, SOX. SOX, and then what's the Cody? What's the port range again? You can't use whatever you want. You have to use 7,000 something. Thank God you're in chat, man. Thank God. Thank you. One, 2, 0 too many. There we go. So now we got SOX 1 again. I know Apollo is technically a training agent, or you're not supposed to be like. Actually, it's probably OPSEC enough. At some point you can use it on an engagement. What I'm saying is the SOX thing on this is actually really good. Actually quick. Might be related to that we're using the HTTP profile now, which is dead simple, not malleable, completely static, but whatever. The implementation is quick. So now we want to, netstat. So if we do local things now, we should see 7,000 something listening. 7,001 listening here. And then we have to update our proxy chains to point to this. So if you don't know what proxy chains is, it's an application that allows you to make any application behind the proxy in CLI, which is great. So it's now this, and the port is 7,001, and it's SOX 5. And let's just do a quick, of course I'm not sudo, because Kali decided that we're not given the blessing of instantly being root. So now I have to remember to use the sudo command. There we go, 7,001. And then we can do quick proxy chains and just we get Google, and that was great. Again, we're running off local connection, whatever, but I swear to you, the SOX implementation, I've been using certain paid C2 frameworks for a bit, and I can tell you right now, this SOX implementation is better, if not at least par with some paid C2 implementation. So I'm just, given how that sounded like bunny ears, this is, I was trying to do like the thing. This is not bunny ears. I'm not a weirdo. I'm trying to do the praise for the SOX implementation here. Okay, so now we can run white chocolate macadamia nut behind proxy chains and connect to the local thing. That fucking name is going to throw me off. I call it something greeter. Okay, so we got to connect to a port. We're just going to prepare a port for now. Let's do port 69696. And then we're going to dump the cookies and then format as raw. Great. And then we got to start the, start the, you mean greeter, start the Chrome process. I don't know if we have Chrome. So that port will be valid once I launch my Edge instance with the remote debug port. So hopefully, I haven't actually checked this, but hopefully there's a start process or execute. Oh fuck, maybe we have to use shell. Wait, I'm gonna have to use shell on stream. I think I am. Let's just see what happens if I do this. Of course it isn't, so I have to find the full thing. Actually, MS Edge, right? There's no path for that. I probably haven't loaded the environment variables. Okay, so we have to give it the full path. I'm gonna cheat. I'm just gonna find the MS Edge full path currently at play. Boopity-bee, boopity-ba, MS Edge, where you at? There we go. So it's going to be shell, this, and then hopefully it will accept arguments. So I think the thing is, go back to the hands in the cookie dodging, it will show you that you need to use, I think it's -- remote debug port, yep. And then headless if you want it to be hidden. You don't want to use that. Sometimes you also have to, if there's a multi-user system or if there's some word profiling stuff going on, you might have to specify the correct path for the profile, but most of the time you're going to be fine. I wouldn't use the headless thing. I would use the, there's another argument for, okay, run is probably better then. There's another argument for Chrome-based browsers that something like restore last session or something that I would probably use. So I would just kill everything that's Chrome or Edge when the user's away, put it back up with this port, and then use that argument so that his current website's browsers would be open, whatever. There we go. So now if I go to my machine, Edge should be up and running soon, or not, because let's do run instead. Opening an existing browser session. Cool. So do we have a net stat is the question now. Yes, we have. Thank you. So now we should see the port. What port did I pick? Wait, did I use the default? Am I dumb? Oh yeah, I used the wrong port now. So do we have process kill? Kill, that's something else? Okay. I'm cheating again, guys. I don't want to use shell commands. Be nice. Let's just kill this image edge session. There we go. And then we want the 69696. Is that a valid port? Wait, is that within? That's probably not a valid. Yes, it is. Everybody look away. Port range. No, it's not a valid port. Ah, motherfucker got me. Okay. Thank you though. I would have been like, why isn't this port binding? Let's do 66666. That's a valid port, right? No, it isn't. Okay, shut up. Nobody say anything. Could just remove the last one. That would have been fine. Okay, so now we're... Wait, did I kill it? I swear to God if this thing... Okay, great. So it's running the thing. The thing is open. Great. 56566. So now in our little session over here in White Chocolate Nut, or greeter as we call it. We're going to connect to that over proxy chains. Oh wait, isn't that a thing where you have to enable that in proxy chains? I swear that's a thing where you have to like allow localhost. If you enable those, you have to make sure blah, 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 exclude connections to anywhere. Exclude. I don't want to exclude. I swear this is possible. Yes. I think this is what we want. No? Let's just confirm that it's running on the machine. I guess we can use our own connection. Yeah, it definitely works. So I think it's the resolving of the localhost part that's getting it because of proxy chains. Oh, okay. The TCP, maybe we actually have to make some changes. Oh, it's the Go binary thing, of course. I fucking hate this. So, but there's a solution to this. I've solved this problem before. I'm getting like flashback to previous engagements now. So, what the fuck was this called? I documented this somewhere. So yes, you are entirely correct, not charm. And again, chat saves my ass. So Go, I'm making this stream really difficult for myself, ain't I? Okay, so Go is one of the few proxy chains doesn't work with Go. Something about proxy chains not being able to catch up like the web calls being made by Go applications, whatever. But there is one that will do this, and I found it once. I just need to see if I actually documented it, or I will have to retrace my journey to find this. There is this great proxy chains alternative for Go. So Go proxy chains. I think it's Craft TCP. I'm confident it's Craft TCP. Again, dude, you should do streams. Craft TCP. And it's fucking Go. Of course it is. Okay, hopefully it has everything included though. So we're doing everything right. We just need to use another proxy, or like we need to use an alternative to proxy chains because of Go. So I think we set up graph TCP local to point to our thing, and then we use graph TCP with our program. So graph TCP make. Nothing to be done. We just made it. Cool. So I think local craft TCP. Wow. Local craft TCP local is what we're supposed to be using. So HTTP no, it's SOX 5. So I guess SOX 5 string. There we go. And the port is going to be 7001, right? And then I think we can do select proxy mode, which is going to be only SOX 5. I have a feeling we don't have to do this, but okay. So craft TCP local is listening on 223. So now we have to go here, and then we have to craft TCP. Craft TCP, and hopefully this don't work either. Unknown SOX server failure. Okay. Is it like a default off maybe? Because there's no password. So I think this is all good. Did I mess up the SOX port it's running at maybe? It's running at 7001. So why? Essex socks. There's a proxy tunnel script. Okay. Well, that was the top range, I think, right? 7001. Maybe I just do auto and see what happens. Destination address this PID. I swear I've gotten this to work. Does it use actual localhost? I have a feeling I might have to do this. And now I have to recompile it. No. Let's, for the lulz, let's see if we can do, if we can actually like go there with our browser. I don't know if this works, to be fair. Yeah, this probably doesn't work like that. I would have to install the thing. A 100% is still active. Oh no, last updated seconds. Does it mean that it's dead? It just means that it hasn't been used. I'll just confirm that I'm not a maniac by using proxy chains there. Oh, no, it works. Maybe I have to like jumpstart it? No, it doesn't make any sense. I don't, maybe I have to use the host name. Maybe I'll use the host name. No, it won't work because then it would have to bind 000 and it doesn't bind to that. I swear I've done this before. I swear to my... It's definitely 5656, right? It's 56565. 56565. Maybe the craft TCP thing, or maybe localhost is normally overridden. Right? Maybe I have to make it accept localhost like you would do in... that might be it. Yeah, no, we're using it, right. Craft TCP is what you set up, right, to connect to the socks, which I'm doing correctly. Actually, we could try to use craft TCP behind vget, just craft. I'm guessing this will work. Yeah, it works fine. So it's definitely something about it not being able to resolve localhost the way we're wanting it to. So maybe there's like an override for that. There we go. Not ignore local. Fuck yeah. Okay, we're getting there, boys. Live debugging. No better thing, is it? Fuck yeah, we're getting there. Woohoo! Bad status. What? What do you mean bad status? Okay. It's because we haven't browsed. It's because we haven't browsed. We need to browse somewhere. We need to generate some data. Oh, I love debugging under pressure on stream. It is the best when it works, that is. There has been streams when stuff just never worked out. Why do I get a bad status? Is it because I don't have any cookies? Is that the issue here? I definitely have cookies. I'm going to be browsing. There we go. I just get automatically logged in as well because of that thingy. How about tabs then? It does dump to sudo out, right? I'm not an idiot. Oh, Dump cookies, format, human. Clear cookies before loading, you don't need to load. This is to dump them, right? Yeah. Her. We have to wonder. Her. Maybe now it's a localhost thing? Connection reset by pair. Ah, okay, so it's a combination. I have to use that thing as well, which is interesting. So it's a combination of both issues. Let's try. Oh, wait. There's more localhost references in here. I don't know if they matter yet, but they definitely are. More of them, that is. Localhost. Load cookies, that is. I have a feeling it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna try anyway. Yeah, I kept that in there, so it isn't that. Okay, let's go build. I have higher hopes now. Fuck, bad status. What does that even mean, bruh? Okay, I have a feeling we might have to do this in Python, which I did at some point, because it's just like a WebSocket connection. And this is supposed to be easier than just decrypting the cookies that's in the local state file. Dump cookies. Let's do pages then, maybe. Okay, so it gets pages. So it might be a cookie thing. Oh, wow. Can you send me on Discord? It's a feature. Sorry, links are kind of bad here. But it does do... It definitely does pages. Pages. So it works, but there's some cookie stuff. Maybe it doesn't like it. It doesn't like a reno it. I'm gonna wait for the link from Cody as well, but I have a feeling that there might be an issue on this already, because this tool is quite oldie. What? There's only one issue? I got a thing. It's the remote. I remember this. It's because of remote allow origin. It's KKK. He fixes it in the blog. Okay, I'll probably want to show you guys this blog. So somebody already ran into this. Or is it the same guy actually? It's the same guy. He already ran into this quite a bit back. Yada yada yada. The solution, let's update to send an empty origin. Okay. Okay, yeah, we need to allow origins all. The worst part is, I remember this. I remember fixing this exact thing. I do, I swear I do. So we'll just... So essentially, he's talking about some changes in Chrome and some changes in Golang's WebSocket library. And the best thing to solve this is just to also add the startup argument to Chrome or Edge when starting to remote allow origins any, so that it doesn't pick up on the headers for coming from a non-local host, or from a not the correct host, or the host. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this again, and let's see if it will work now. Reset by pair. Okay, so it's not up yet. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's do some stuff. Let's sign into our account. Come on, come on, come on. Connection reset by pair. Let's go back and check our Mythic. Oh, lol. I think we removed our initial argument. Yeah. Or for, oh, it didn't. Oh, bug. I found the bug. You seeing this, Cody? Gotcha. So even though I'm adding this, it's removing it when it's ran. Caught. I swear I've ran this command, but it only showed me the last argument. So it didn't pick up the first one when I changed it. I'll just have to go caught. End process, yes, you want to end it. So let's just do run then. And then remote allow origins. Could just be a display thing. I doubt it. I think I was so like, can I? Do you guys have a bug bounty program? I'm kidding. Me sitting in my room laughing at my own jokes. Ah, will it be better? It might not be a bug though. You're right. It might just be. Yes, it's PR. Woohoo! So let's see if a remote allow. Let's see if it displays it now. There we go. Now it displayed it. So actually, might actually be a legitimate bug here. Wait, what now? Why did it do this? What? Might. Okay. Well. There's it's running. Come on, baby. Yes. Woohoo! We got it. We fucking got it, boys. So this. Let's rewind the tape 20 minutes here between all this go fuckery nightmare and debugging and then having to deal with. So that was the. But this is great though. This is great because I show now how things that are supposed to be easy turns into a rabbit hole chase and a nightmare. So we got all the cookies now, and now you can just pull out this cookie and you can also give that cookie to Mr. RoadTools and do the exact same thing that we did. I think it's called something. Let's save it. Nice, billing the customer 2 days for this. 2 days. Come on, we gotta do at least a week here. What you on about? Let's make this pre. Oh my god, typing like this, and then let's grep for. I think it's called MS credential. Let's do any MS creden. XMS? No? I guess we could also just. No, that would be really hard. Let's let's go back up here and see what the cookie looked like when we got it to run earlier. XMS refresh token credential is what we're looking for, I think. And the thing now, I actually think this cookie won't be easily accessible now because the machine is doing authentication and therefore it's not there. Okay, right. Is the same cookies being present in the browser even though the machine is doing the cookie or do the authentication, Durkan? Or will they appear different in the browser? I guess we have our answer. I can't see it in the... Oh, there it is. No. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. EST off persistence. Chat got my back as always. Yeah, then lowercase insensitive, there we go. And then we'll make it pretty. And then there we go, there it is. So now we can take this and we can plug it back into RoadTools for authentication. And I'm not sure, yeah, okay, so this would just be the same PRT cookie then, because it's going to use announce from its own machine. So we'll just do this. I think this should work. No, that doesn't work. Does it need the thing now? Yeah, I think I just copied it bad. This should work. Wait, is that? Oh, it's not. Ah, it's the other one. Now we're doing interactive. Now we're doing interactive. Cool, cool, cool. So now we're doing the interactive off. Yeah, now we got it. I even said it before you said it, Dirk. I'm so not trash now. Is the cookie? There we go. So now we're gonna use it like this, and it should patch in. But it actually, I think it doesn't know the name, so I think you have to do the dance with the name. At least I have to do this before. No, okay. ESTS, did I type it wrong? No. I'm doing something wrong, that's for sure. Anyway, that's how you get the cookies. And the second method with the debug port is the most reliable currently, I think. And I think just having to kill the browsers and getting it back up is fine. And this is also great for other than Microsoft Off stuff, right? But I mean, most engagements now, the machine is enrolled with Enter ID, and therefore using the PRT off thing is really straightforward instead of having to do the dumping of the cookies from the browser. But both work. It turns out though, white chocolate macadamia nut, you have to remember to use the allow remote origins when you spawn the browser, or in any case, I guess. And I think this could be pretty easily replicated in Python. We might do a stream on that actually. I have done this before, but it was for some internal stuff at TS, the Python stuff. So maybe we'll look at automating this in another step, you know, either through the Mythic API, or also I actually wanted to take a look at the Havoc Python library, because that could be cool as well, because then you could integrate it directly into RoadTools. So you could just fire off a Python script once your agent lands, and it will take a look at the browser, maybe look at like idle time, kill the browser, spawn them, do the connections, dump them, spawn the browser for you, all that stuff. Automate it completely, right? So yeah, I think that's it. Did we learn something today? I at least relearned something that I forgot. Did anybody else learn something? I think we did. 100% I think we did. Other than Mythic's incredible UX experience, right? User design experience thing. Actually, I want to show off this download things as well. This is actually pretty decent in the 3.3. Oh, it expired. Give me a second here. 100%. I'm seeing lots of 100%. That's great. I want to show you guys the new file browser thing. So when you download files now in Mythic, again, not sponsored by Mythic or Spectrops or anything other than the VPN provider. Actually, as iVPN and the other thing. Wait, is this my computer? Wait, why is this called Flangvik? Yeah, this is my computer. Ah, cool. View callbacks for groups. 666. KKK. Well, what I wanted to show... Is that a bug now? That the file browser opens on an old... Or am I dumb? So for the download feature, at least, let's just do it manually then. Oh, wow. Do I have the wrong keyboard? So for the download feature now, when you download stuff, let's just download this ini file. First of all, again, nice little tabbing and rendering. But second of all, they have built-in previews now. So you can preview the file as a preview or as a text or as hex straight into the UI, which is great when you just want to take a peek at the data to know if you want to keep understanding this or if you want to process this. So, I mean, personally, ever since Covenant was around, I've absolutely hated C2 frameworks through web interfaces because I feel it's clunky. But I have to say, this is pretty nice. And I think, no joke, as a red team operator, half of your work will be browsing files. You won't be writing dope ODAs. You won't be reverse engineering interesting things. You'll be browsing files. So in order to do that efficiently and doing this like in this manner where you can actually click, you get icons, you can click, you can folder, you can ls the folders again, you can submit that to tasks. It's very user friendly. And when it doesn't fail, it's very user friendly. So that's, I guess, if I wanted to check Odvar Mo's folder now, I would ls into this. And if I wanted to check the desktop folder, I would ls into that. Then I could cat the content of apollo.exe, which I have no idea what will happen now. It will spew out text formatting of that file. If I wanted to download it, I don't know if I can actually, I guess it's locked right now. I can still download it, right? Even though it's my own thing. Ooh. Download for preview. No, it's nice. It's sick. So yeah. I even gave my operation a name. I didn't notice this, but when you edit your operation, you can actually give it webhooks as well. So I'm guessing if you want complete, is this like legacy stuff that isn't used, Cody, or can you actually use a Slack webhook channel in URL here, or is there something like internally specific? Analysis. Oh wow. Activity per day. How did we do on the Mitre score, guys? Sick. Okay, so there's probably like an internal thing or whatever. Okay. I think that was great. I think that was actually one of the more non-shitty streams because we failed, which is great, but we also recovered from it, which is nice. It's not like 100% failing. I also got like a shit ton, shout out to Olaf Hartong. He gave me a shit ton of Falcon Force swag that I can give away at DEF CON, or I got him from it at DEF CON. I still want to see, Durkan, why you gotta be like this? Somebody block this. Skelsek, get the hammer out. Who's this guy? Trying to make me do this for 2 hours instead of 1 hour and 20 minutes. Who's this? No. So, no, it's great. 66666. Next stream. So there's a couple of ideas. Let me select Skelsek actually timed out Durkan for a second there. Okay, so for next stream, I want to hear your thoughts. Okay, I have a couple of thingies noted down. What is this? Streaming stuff. Okay, so Cuba Gretzky is still coming on. I got him scheduled for the 15th of September, which is a couple of weeks away, because he wanted to be more or less complete with the Evil Jinx Pro release before showcasing it on stream, which is amazing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Evil Jinx Pro will look like, and hope maybe I'll get to try it. I don't know. Maybe I'll beg for that. I also have a couple of other things I want to do. There's this neat tool that released a while back that will recreate the web page for you using AI based on a picture. So I think I'm going to do a stream for like phishing scenarios. If you want to create phishing pages or create HTML format in some kind of way that looks like something specific, maybe you want to phish a user with like a custom web page, or if you already compromised the user and you want to do credential harvesting with like a special GUI or whatever, it actually worked extremely well. I saw a couple of examples with like the Apple login screen. Gave a picture of the Apple login screen to this offline program, gave it a couple of ChatGPT tokens, and it would just spew out great HTML and CSS, more and more one-to-one copying that. So I don't recall what the program's called, but it's open source, it's on GitHub, so I might do that on my next stream. If not, I also want to do fail recovery with ChatGPT. I got to fix the Bobber project because Evil Jinx changed the database structure. I also want to do like a challenge, but I wanna get somebody on stream, somebody cool on stream to do like a challenge with. So I would challenge the individual to do something live that I might be good at, and then he would challenge me to do something he might be good at. And there's a catch or whatever. Maybe we can turn it into a drinking game. We'll see. Maybe I can get some personality online to do that. We'll see. If not, feel free to join the Discord, guys. We have a Flangvik Discord if you guys want to chat or come with recommendations or come with suggestions, I should say. Recommendations are always, of course, also welcome. But in general, you know, suggestions for streams and stuff, that'd be great. I gotta turn on my stream bot. I don't know why my stream bot keeps turning off. So annoying. There we go, CloudBot. There we go. And now I think EDR. There we go, evade. Yeah, there we go. Feel free to join the Discord, guys, if you want to talk after the stream. If not, I hope you enjoyed it. It's been fun. Thank you so much to Cody for joining and helping me a bit live here. And also to, I gotta give fucking most valuable player to, who's the guy who told the thing about the Go thing? I don't think Go works. There you go. Not Charm. You're fucking sick, dude. Saved my ass there. 10 out of 10 to you. And also, obviously, thanks to Dirkan for helping. So sick, guys. Really appreciate it. You have a great rest of your Sunday. You have a great Monday when that time comes around. I got an Assume Breach that I'm starting on this Monday, so I'm super pumped for that. I got some new stuff for initial access that I want to do on it. So sick. Yeah, you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. If you're in the US, you got plenty left. If you're in the EU, you know, have a great night. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Right, guys. Have a great stream. Wow. Have a great week, everybody.